Hey guys, Joe Pye here, Advanced Innovations, Austin, Texas. Welcome to the final video from this location. Figured I would show you all the things that I need to move. And I have to sympathize with anybody that's ever moved a shop because none of this stuff is light, and it seems that there's 100 of everything. Benches, push carts, machinery, raw material, floor mats. It's just overwhelming, the amount of things that you move. A whole truckload of stuff, and then all of a sudden there's another truckload of stuff to be moved. Stock rack, woof. Even the stock rack itself empty was a big deal. Bandsaw, sandblasters. First thing out the door was the Spindle. Let's see how that went. I tell you, when you hire the right people to do the job, and these guys, I'll show you their name here in a second. They came in here, they got this done, and loaded it up on an 18-wheeler that was actually headed to South Texas and then into Mexico, believe it or not. This one went to Laredo. Profab, Georgetown, Texas, Aces. Fantastic. Taking a look at the shop with the Spindle gone, a lot of the cabinetry gone, a lot of the assembly tables were moved out. The place is starting to look pretty thin. All the shipping supplies have been removed. Inventory nest is gone. Bike is still sitting there. Bandsaw's here. The horizontal bandsaw's there. The mill, the lathe, my bench. This whole area of the lathe is here, but it's to the right. You actually can't see it. That's a whole nother set of riggers coming to do that. They'll be moved into storage here locally. And every last air hose, extension cord. You just have to step back and have a cup of coffee. You're going to lose your mind trying to do this. Big shout out to Stan Z. Moved from California over to, I believe he went to Alabama. Took his whole operation over there, a couple of dualies and goosenecks. Good for you, Stan. Best of luck in your new location. Go check him out, Shadon HKW. There's always a catch-all bench. The sandblaster and compressor were sold off. I'm going to downsize those. The flags will be one of the last things to come down because I just enjoy looking at those up on the wall. The drops will be taken, used in the new shop. This bandsaw is about 1,700 pounds, so that's not a light piece of equipment. And it's front heavy. Don't be deceived by the bulk of it. There's not a whole lot under that back protruding cover. All the benches were broken down, completely broken down to the last screw and stacked in storage. They went flat against the wall in the storage unit to allow for the placement of all the machinery, and that worked out pretty good. You know, why take up floor space like this if you don't have to? My toolboxes, I don't know if anybody's ever really got a good look at these toolboxes. The red one on the right has a lot of setup tools in there, cutting tools, clamps, vice grips, pliers, boring bars, stuff like that, grinding stones on the bottom, and the stack on the left. The bottom is for the longer tooling, and the top one has the drill indexes, the indicators, the calipers, hammers. It's just the variety of the more precision stuff is up top. Put both of them up on risers so I could get parallels in between the stack and a set of 6-inch mics on the bottom. That has worked really well and been that way for a very long time. This little nest right here on the right-hand side, little surface plate on the bottom. And we've got 2 boxes of reamers, drill indexes. Top is metric and special taps, Allen keys, and a variety of files. And for anyone's going to say, man, don't throw your files like that. I don't throw anything on anything. So if they're stacked like that, they've been placed in there. The ones on the right are the ones that are super sharp and for finishing work, and they are fine, medium, and coarse. And the top is a round pocket. Those are drawer pulls, by the way, wooden drawer pulls. They work really well as far as file handlers are concerned. The catch-all assembly bench, that's a little bit of everything on that one. And just taking a look across the shop where everything used to be. Belt sanders, it's got to go. The bike is still here. The bike is going to be moved into my garage at my home. I will not put this in storage. If you haven't seen it, it's a 1977 CB750F with 43,000 original miles on it. Got a video on the rebuild of that, I believe, hiding somewhere. Punched it out to an 836, got 42 millimeter carbs on it. K&N air filters, fresh paint, 836, board out to 836, electronic ignition, 4-into-1 Delcovic headers, and the tri-brake system, which was initiated back in the early 70s. And I bought this bike new in December. Actually, I bought it off the guy who bought it new, and I got this bike in December of 1976. So that's a very old motorcycle, and it's been rained on maybe exactly twice, and I'd be exaggerating if I said that. All right, let's take a look at the movers. I have to admit I was skeptical when the movers showed up with this 15-ton crane truck and a mobile crane that was on the truck that was offloaded first and put inside the building. But these guys made this, moving this equipment look like going to get groceries. This bandsaw here, I believe if you look it up online, it weighs somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,800 pounds. Big eye bolt in the top. Put the hook on that thing and they lifted it on there like it was nothing. Mill was the next thing to go. And I know you're going to say, oh, you got to reverse the head, invert the head, whatever, and flip it upside down. But there wouldn't have been enough room for a forklift to grab a hold of the ways like they normally do. The lathe was put on last. There was a surface plate added as well. Everything was strapped down securely, so they thought. Halfway to the location, one of the straps actually snapped from the abrasion of the edge. But everything got there safely after a little pit stop. Back into the shop. It's starting to look pretty hollow in here with all the machinery gone. Just got to break down my workbench, relocate my tools, and get all the little nitty-gritty stuff off the floor and off the walls, and away we go. Now, this was very sad doing this. This is a long time. It's about 15 years in this building and 20 plus years in the business as an independent. Well, here you go. After a long day of rigging and straps and dollies, my shop is now confined to a small storage unit. I tell you, these Vivor machine moving dollies came in real handy. These things are extremely smooth. 3 of them are much easier to use than 4. Guaranteed if you're going to use 4 that you're going to lose one on a corner. And we almost did that a couple times yesterday. There you go. The new home. It's going to be awfully quiet in here. It's awfully going to be it's going to be clean as well. So but you might like to see where they got stuck. This is a 10 by 20 unit. And up here on the wall I have all the benches, tabletops broken down, tucked in between the vertical beams and held in place with paracord, anchored with 1-inch C-clamps. Worked out really well. Took up virtually no room, and I have quite a few tables sitting there. Legs are in the back. That's it for now. Well, with all the machines nestled in here, you can see the gloss on the top of the bandsaw table in the back. That's because all the machines, all the exposed cast iron surfaces on every one of these pieces has been blasted with this stuff here, Spindle fogging oil. I know that I've used a fogging oil on jet skis over the winter, protect the engine compartment, and the stuff has worked pretty good, so I'm going to rely on it to protect my cast iron while it's in here. Time will tell, right? Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, don't ever store anything cast iron without oiling it up first. Probably not a good idea. And one final look in the overall sequence of moving the shop. I moved all the big stuff first, and now all the small stuff has been put in here. The carts, the extra material, the mats, the ladders, the chairs from the office. And that's all she wrote. Once again, thank you for taking some of your time out of your schedule today to spend some time with me. I am Joe Pye, Austin, Texas. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're well, happy, and safe. All the above. I'm out.